Lovely to see you all here.
Hi, everyone. Glad everyone can make it. And as you know, we have Debbie Charlton here. She's going to do a trance demonstration and take your questions afterwards. And I have been requested, or she has requested me to play music for her. Wow, pretty cool. Lots of people still coming.
Everyone knows me. They know what I'm like with my music.
Still have a lot of people coming in, Debbie.
I know, you're fine, Hen. Absolutely fine.
You want to get started? I'll put the music on.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
So if people coming up, just let them in. I'll close the door at 10 after.
Lovely, thank you.
I hope you guys don't hear the motorcycles behind me. We have Bike Week here in Gettysburg.
Well, do you want to open in prayer first, Julie?
Oh, Debbie, I forgot again.
Sorry, you're all right. Do you want me to do it for you?
Yeah, I do. I'm not good at the prayer guide. Go ahead.
You're okay. Okay, let us come together, friends. Just let's come into the heart. And just as we open up this circle, as I would call it, just let us now open up to the divine presence as those that connect with us, bringing those words maybe of comfort, of love, helping us to understand the paths that we are on. We thank them for the divine presence as they connect with you also, feeling that joy in your heart at times. As the veil becomes thinner and we become much more aware, friends, we thank the Great Spirit and also for the lessons that may come forward for us today. We leave the circle in the name of love, light and truth, and so be it, and it is so. Thank you, friends. Thank you. Thank you, Julie.
Music on for 10 minutes. A prayer calmed everything down.
You see me seated here, friends, yes, as I come forward to address you this evening, to bring forth words for you that may help you understand. You see, there is many of us that have stepped forward to speak to you, not just how you feel from the chair at this moment, but friends, the only way that you will be part of this experience today is if you let go. If you let go of what you're holding on to, come in and be part of the experience. Allow yourself to come into the heart, to feel the words that are spoken. In this way you will understand more the lessons that we bring forward for you. Many of you are on your journeys now, and we watch you from the side, offering that assistance when we can, but sometimes standing back also for you to understand that that's coming forward for you. We are not going to give you the answers, for if we give you all the answers, what is there for you to learn, friends? What is there for you to learn? We give you the opportunities to allow yourself to come within, to find the answers for the growth within each and every one of you, helping you to understand why you may face challenges within your life. I'm sure every single one here that sits has a story to tell, have they not? But have you ever broken down and wondered why these things happen? And there's a lot we want to talk to you about today, friends. There's a lot of information that we want you to listen to, but it is up to you and how you interpret it. We can only bring forward the message for you to take away and to sit with. How does it feel for you, friends? How does it feel for you? It is a great pleasure now to come and sit and be aware of each presence here as we sit together as one, as we learn. But the first thing I want to speak about, friends, is the terrible thought of what grief does. Grief, what is it? Is it an emotion? Is it leaving you in a way that makes you feel, I cannot cope, I cannot go on one more day with this feeling which is residing within me? And you see, does it not come on all of a sudden without warning? You may be sitting totally oblivious to what is coming forth for you, and all of a sudden that memory surfaces. The music that you may hear may spark within you a memory of feeling. And what do you do, friends? What do you do when you have that? When you have that feeling? Do you surrender to it? Do you allow it to surface within you? For you to feel the emotion? For it is only in allowing ourselves to surrender, to feel that emotion, that we allow it to move through us. We get to experience that beautiful part of the connection to our loved ones, to our friends. It is a great gift, is grief, friends, because it brings us into that time of where we felt. For it is in this griefful moment, is it not, that you feel? You can't escape from it. But it is learning you so much of what love was, of what that connection was. It is also that we bring forward sometimes it can be difficult for you, as the relationship could have been difficult. And you wonder, why do I still feel this strong connection? Even when things were difficult for me, why do I still feel this strong connection? Because, friends, that's what it is. You are all connected. Each one of us are connected. So no matter the experience, it will still surface. Because there is a lesson to be learned, is there not? It is a lesson of letting go, friends. This is letting go. It does not mean they're not there. No, they are right beside you. But whenever you feel that emotion, as strong as it is, your loved ones are beside you. Think about it that way. Is that not a gift for you? Such a beautiful gift. You may experience a deep pain within the heart, but it is that time that the loved ones are standing with you, holding you close. You may even sometimes feel the pressure of them. Pressure of their hand, maybe on your hand, on your shoulder. You may notice a smell that you associate with them, or a memory that surfaces. What a gift that is it not? You may experience it as a deep pain, but is it not a gift, friends? It is how you look at it, is it not? For each time that you are experiencing, that is when they are the closest to you. Is that not a beautiful thought? Yes. I step back, friends, as some others we wish to speak to you. Yes. I want you to be aware of what is happening through each change, through each one that comes forward. My friends, I wish to speak to you about pain. I come closer to you, you see. We have to look at pain now. Pain in the physical body. Where does it manifest from? Have you ever given it a thought? Why do I feel this pain on my physical body? You see, pain is the information of what you have experienced, what you have held on to. So each trauma that you have experienced within this lifetime is within this physical body. That is why it is important, friends, that you sit with that pain and you allow it to move through you. Why do we think we have the emotions? Why do we think we have the tears? Tears are such a cleansing, such a help to us, to allow ourselves to move through the pain. You see, it is all part of everything that we experience, helping us to understand the physical body through the pain. Pain is what teaches us, friends, if we allow it, if we allow ourselves to connect to what it is that we are holding on to. How many times have you woken up and felt this incredible pain? But we don't want to go into the pain, do we? We don't want to experience it. So we sit back from it and we do not connect to it. The pain is teaching you something, but you have to be brave to sit with it, to allow yourself to learn from the pain. Think about it, friends. Think about how the body speaks to you, does it not? Think how it comes forward. But do we listen? Do we allow ourselves to connect, to feel? Sometimes we may be braver than at other times. And other times we have to sit back to experience what is coming forward. You see, if you do not listen, what happens? It becomes more so. The pain starts to speak, starts to become more so that you cannot switch it off. You have to sit with it to deal with it, to allow whatever it is that you've been holding on to let it move through you. You see, it is all about the work, the commitment of what it brings forward at each time for you. So next time that you feel this incredible pain, whether it be in the heart, whether it be in any part of the body, sit with it to listen, friends, sit with it to listen. For it is teaching you much, it is teaching you much. Let's lighten the mood a little bit, will we, friends? It's a bit tense in here today, isn't it? A lot of lessons coming forward for you. But let's lighten the mood a little bit, will we? I hope you have all had a nice day at the moment and been enjoying yourself. Not been hurrying about too much. This one's been resting quite a lot today, just to conserve the energy. So important, is it not, to conserve the energy? To be able to listen to what we're being told. A lot of the times we just don't want to bother, do we? We want to do our own thing. So much of it we want to do. But you can't, you see. We have to stop at times and just allow ourselves to be in this moment, or it'll drag you there, let me tell you, it'll drag you there. Isn't laughter a wonderful thing? Such a clearing, does it not? Such a clearing comes through laughter. And lift is the vibration. Do you notice the difference now? That's how we're sitting. You can't help but laugh when you hear someone else laughing. You see it, isn't that another beautiful aspect of you? That you have this beautiful gift within you to be able to release. We release through tears and we release through laughter. Isn't it a wonderful thing? So next time you feel yourself in that place, just think again. Think of something funny to help you to release. Sometimes it's hard to release through the tears, but we can release through laughter. Such a beautiful gift, is it not, friends? Such a beautiful gift. I believe we may have some questions, Julie. Is this the time now, friend? We could take some questions if there's some questions from our beautiful friends here with us.
Anybody want to have any? Does anybody have any questions? If you do, please put it in the chat or I'll unmute you. You can speak. Don't be shy.
We don't bite, honestly.
Lisa?
Yes, hello, thank you so much for the opportunity to ask a question. I really appreciate it, and it's good to see everyone. Um, could you please talk a little bit about repeated patterns that keep us stuck? Besides, laughing and changing the vibration, but is there any other advice that you could give us to loosen thought patterns that keep us
Yeah,
chained in our mind? Please, thank you so
thank
much.
you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for your question. Yes, it is a very good question now, and a lot of us come back to the same position over and over again. But what we have to think about it this way, and it's not a lot of the times that we maybe be able to think about it this way. Sometimes the lesson has come forward, first of all, to spark our interest, to bring us to that place that we may have forgotten. So we first bring it to the forehead, okay? So we first have the experience, okay? And the next time, if we don't listen to it, because it might not be at that time that you're ready to let go of it, but the next time you experience it, it has a much more hold on you. So you start to think about it and you start to listen more within. So the third time, say that it comes about, it becomes so that you cannot ignore it, that you start to work with it. And this is a time that we start to listen to what is, say, for instance, how the body is speaking to us, as we just discussed. So as we listen, we start to become aware of patterns that are coming forward for us. And these patterns is what helps us to release. So it could be that all of a sudden that you keep getting signals or signs for a certain way to be, to act, to move forward for you. But remember, dear friend, that you have free will, and this is the thing that we must always come back to. You will be brought forward for how to make these changes, but at the end of the day, it is the free will. But it is a case of stopping to listen, to feel what is coming forward for you, and then starting to act with that. It does not change overnight. You think about of something that you have maybe had to process. But it takes time to process that, and sometimes we feel as if nothing has happened. But when we look back, we can see the changes that has taken place. Whether it has been that we have moved from one spot to another, that is the opening of what is coming forward. I hope that answers your question, dear.
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome, friend. You're welcome.
Sorry, Debbie, I was muted.
You're okay,
Blonde
friend, you're
today.
okay.
Cindy Meg asks, I was wondering what emotional connection my left hip pain represents.
Okay, so what you would do with that, a lot of the time, or if it's in the left side of the body, it is to do with something that we are holding on to. So we have to think back on if you sit within the self. So when I mean by that, we have to come into the breath and connect and allow ourselves just to go to that part within the body. What is it telling you? What are you holding on to? How do we experience that? You may all of a sudden then start to feel an emotion that is being brought up through. Okay, so if you sit with that emotion, you start to release that emotion. So whatever it is that you have been holding on to. And a lot of the time within the legs, it means that we are carrying for others. So it could be that you are holding on to past connections with others that no longer serve you. And it is only in allowing yourself to let go that you start to move forward. But sit with the pain, as we talked about the pain before. Sit with the pain, feel the pain, allow the pain to surface into the emotional state, and allow that then to move through you, which helps you to release. But I do feel it is connected to what you have maybe felt that you had to do within the past, but now it does not sit with you as it may have at that time. I hope that helps, dear.
Thank you. Sherry asks, what can you suggest to develop trance?
Ah, sit, my dear. Trance, we have to break it down. Trance is a journey of self, is it not? This is a journey of awareness. And through the breath and through the connection of the breath, we start to understand ourselves. And how do we do that? Because we have to sit, we have to feel that connection. When we are in alignment, how do you know you're in alignment? We have to start with the grounding, do we not? to feel grounded to the earth so that we start to expand into the awareness. And as we start to expand into the awareness, we start to understand these different levels of what we call trance. But trance is just a state of awareness. And the more time that you sit with yourself, you start to understand the state of awareness. It covers many, many different parts for us if we think about when we work with guys. That's another different question, my dear. The first thing is starting with self, sitting within the self, allowing yourself to feel that connection, allowing yourself to feel the alignment. And as you feel the alignment, that we have to work on that to help that to become stronger. The alignment that you feel that runs from above the head into the ground, through the feet into the ground. And it is only through this process that we start to understand what expansion means. My main thing to say to you is take your time. There is no hurry with this. For the more work we do on ourselves, the more that we start to understand ourselves. Everybody has this unique gift, you see, but we are all maybe different on how we connect. Find your connection first. Feel what it feels like to sit within that essence of self and feel that alignment, and then come into the heart, dear. And breathing into the heart will allow you to expand, but to experience that expansion, to experience that energy within you that moves. It is like a muscle, it has to be worked. It does not come without the dedication, without the commitment to understand self, to understand you first. I hope that helps, friend.
He says it does. Danelia, I can't pronounce the name, I apologize. How will one know when it's time for them to share their trance speaking and healing with the public audience? Is there an indicator our guides will give us?
It is the same again. You will know when you're ready. It is not about the ego, friend. You will know, your guides will guide you. It is the work that is done first. And each stage you will become aware that you become less aware. And in becoming less aware, you know you're ready. It always starts with yourself. Sit with yourself. It is the relationship you build. It's that blend. You blend with self first. And through that expansion, then get to know those that work with you. You do not need names. You do not need to know what they do. You just need to know what that energy feels like as it connects. And then through the awareness of the body, that will speak to you when it is time. There is no shortcuts, because you have to remember we are working with the physical body as well as the spirit within. Take your time, there is no hurry. This medium here sat 18 years before she spoke. 18 years, friend. There is no hurry. It is a journey. Think about it as your specific journey. Your unique journey. Isn't that more beautiful to think about? The blessing that you have as you come into understanding you, finding the authentic self, letting everything else go. When you are ready, you will know, dear, but the work that you put in will guide you there. Allow yourself to be guided only by self, and then you will find your way. I hope that helps, friend. I hope that helps.
Martin, did you have a question?
Yes, I did have a question. One of the questions was already near enough answered anyway. But my question would be, I've come to meet people who brought ailments from another time. How do you begin to heal for this person? How do you begin to get that for that person? I'd like the answer to that if I could.
Absolutely, friend, absolutely. When we connect to another, we, in a sense, if you think empathetically, we pick up what they are experiencing, what they have experienced, okay? And many, many years ago, this medium was given the blessing of tears. Tears to be able to release for another that they could not release. So my friend, I say to you, find within yourself of what your gift is for helping you to release. It could be just as asking Spirit to take this ailment away, to help them. But remember, as I said, at the same time, it will only come back if the person is not ready to match the frequency that is coming forward for them. So we can do what we can, but it is better to make sure that you are letting go, that you are not holding on to that is not yours. That could be simply just taking that a thought into the earth and allowing the earth to take that pain, to allow it to disperse, because remember, it is only but a frequency, friend. We are connecting on the level of frequency. Find within you that is a gift that helps you to release, just as this medium found her gift through tears. For when she put the hand on the person that she was working with, the tears would come. It helped to cleanse so that she did not carry the pain of that past, of that client. I hope that helps, friend. I hope that helps you.
That is very good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, friend. You're welcome.
Wendy asked, can you tell us how desire and attachment to physical affect the next reincarnation cycle?
Absolutely. It will always affect. You see, this comes back to the work that we have to do in ourselves, because it is within when we are thinking of desire and attachment, where are we? We are within the mind, are we not? We're not within the physical, not within the connection. And it comes back to allowing ourselves to be aware of how the body is speaking to us. What is this attachment that we have to say someone? Why do we have this attachment to them? And you often find that it's something that you're holding on to, and not the attachment to the person. It is something that you have to understand yourself to let go. So it comes back, does it not, to working with the self. For the more that we work with the self, we let go. We allow ourselves to move through these cycles that we've been holding on to. And this is a learning that is coming forward. So once we start to be aware, this is what is happening. And once we become detached from it, that we can let it go, that helps us to move on to the next stage in our development, in our evolution. But it is a step of healing. You see, everything comes back to healing, does it not? For not only are we carrying the past, present and future within us at any one time, for if you think of the ancestors, how their life was, it comes to you now, and what have you carried forward? What are you holding on to from that past? From mothers, from grandmothers, fathers, grandfathers? Everything that is around us we are subject to from that life. But there comes a point where you have to say, is this mine or is it not? Is it time for me to let go of this? Because this is not mine to hold on to. It was the experience of what I experienced at that time. What was it teaching me? This is a question we have to ask. What is it teaching me? And have I learned a lesson from it? And if not, as one of our other friends had mentioned, it will come back to us in a repeated cycle until we are ready to let go. As again, it takes time. There is no such thing as time. It is the never-ending cycle, is it not? For us to understand ourselves. The more authentic we become, the more that we understand ourselves. I hope that helps, friend.
She also asked, are there other ways we can increase our vibration other than spiritual practices?
Oh, yes. Oh, animals. Isn't it beautiful when you have your animal? Those that do have animals, Think of how you feel when you sit and that whatever horse, cat, dog. Think of how you feel when you sit and you take your hand and you stroke the animal. Think of what it does. You bring yourself into your heart. Is that not lifting vibration? When you feel drawn to go into nature, when we connect to nature, this is lifting your vibration, is it not? When we are with friends, loved ones, and we feel that joy in our heart, is that not lifting our vibration? So many ways, friends, to be able to do this. Not just through the spiritual practices, but it is in our day-to-day life. And you see, the thing it is most beautiful, by doing your spiritual practices, you will understand more of the outside world, of lifting your vibration. You see, they both go hand in hand. For the more work you do on yourself, the more that you will feel that benefit when you are on the day-to-day life, as we say. There's much joy to be found. It is the mind. Are we in the mind, keeping within the negative? Or are we in the heart, looking at the beauty that is around us? So much beauty around us, is there not? You look into the eyes of your children. There is beauty. Such a beauty within the eyes of your children. Your parents, your connection to your parents. Does that not lift you? If you've not seen a friend for a long time and you meet up, maybe for coffee, does it not give you a feeling of a deep, deep connection, lifting your vibration? Could it be just having that time on your own and you sit in the bliss of just being on your own, enjoying your own company? The simple things, you see, we tend to think of, we need to have these big things, but there is the simple things that can raise our vibration. Giving time to yourself, honouring you, so important to honour you, friends. I hope that helps.
He says, thank you, wonderful. Diane asks, how do we know if we are experiencing pain or repeating cycles from patterns of our ancestors?
That's a very, very good question.
Not things that we've caused ourselves.
Yes. No, you see, the thing is, a beautiful way to look at that is when we experience pain that is not ours. It feels different to us. We may start to see symbols, we may start to see connections to the past that are not ours, and we know this is something that has been brought forward. So I give you an example of this is maybe your parent before, maybe had an abusive relationship, and that has now been brought into you because you see the same pattern happening with yourself, so that you know it is not yours. It is the circumstances of how you have come to this stage, so that when we look at it, we think to ourselves, I've done enough work on myself that I will not repeat this pattern. I will not allow myself to be subject to this. But it is recognizing within yourself that this is not mine. It is not how I see my life. It is not how I move forward. This is not my pain to bear. And I have to let go of that. And it is in the recognizing this that helps us to understand ourselves, our true self. I hope that helps.
Thank you. Does anybody else have any questions? There's no other questions, it seems. So could I ask? And thank you for coming so much, Spirit. We appreciate your time with all of you.
Thank you. Thank you, friends, and thank you, Julie, for this moment. Thank you, friends. It means a lot to us for you to come and take your time out of your day to come and sit. But what we want to say to you is, as we finish today, is take your time, friends. There is no hurry. Allow yourself to experience life in the flow as it comes forward for you. Don't question the flow, for as we question, we become doubtful of our own experiences. So allow yourself just to be as you are, for you are all beautiful. You have got such beauty within each and every one of you. And the biggest that you can do is to support each other. Allow yourself to be that beacon of light that steps forward with no other thought but to be there for each other. For you see, you do not understand the abundance that comes with that, friends. When we open up through the heart, we enter that state of abundance. Abundance comes in many forms, friends, but we leave you our love and thank you for this moment. Thank you now, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for holding space. I'm just going to give you a drink there, Charlie. I think I'm nearly back. I think I'm here. Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you so much, friends. It's just beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Debbie. And thank you for your guides. Does anybody want to ask Debbie any questions before we go? Thank you, everyone who came. We appreciate your time and we just appreciate you and your support. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Vicky.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Well, lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Julie. It's wonderful.
Thank you.